This is a story that went a bit viral and I wanted to share.
Hello and welcome, Giovanni Hollart. And today I'm just going to be working on this drawing and just chilling, watching YouTube before I head out to start my day. So it's going to be a chill, sorry, it's a little bit late. It's going to be a chill session, just going to have some fun with it, and let's go from there. Also be watching YouTube videos as I'm going along. I'm Giovanni Hollart. You can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon for more smooth stuff. Links are in the bio. Alright, let's get into it.
Share with y'all.
My date canceled on me because I'm an influencer.
The date was scheduled. It was in a few hours. He texted me, I saw you had a social media presence. While I think it's great what you've built, I have no interest in being shown on camera. And I'm like, who said I was going to show you? I need to show you the actual message because...
So, who said I was going to show you? I'm going to show the message, but not you. Within seconds.
Okay.
I was not going to show. Let me show you the message.
You know what?
Damn.
I understand that. There's nothing wrong with trying to have a social media following and presence, but I do think a lot of people, male or female or whatever, doesn't matter who's doing it with social media presence. I do think a lot of people are aware that a lot of people may take a minor inconvenience or a minor bad experience, or maybe they don't get along or don't hit off right, and can make that content. And a lot of people don't want to be in people's content or be made content. I can understand why he's like, you know what, you have a large following. We may not or may not hit off. I don't want you talking about me to your large audience and receiving hate. We all know what happens. There's people out there, not saying it's the people exposing or doxing, but there's some people with some crazy fans. And they go a little too extra, try to dox this person or whatever, or just receive hate mail. Yeah, I understand. And this lady clearly wants to make content out of everything. Because she's already exposing private emails between them or text messages.
Yeah, like you said that out loud while recording to show people and talk about what he was trying to refer at. I understand you didn't show his face, but you understand what's going on. Like, it was not trying to get talked about. And then you're like, oh, let me just show you. Shit.
Are you cool?
I mean, my girl.
Use it again. Use it again. Do it again.
Are you cool?
You got it and you, y'all, we got to
You
enjoy
was
it.
not sure.
You know, when boomers get a button, they got to press it, okay?
You was like, damn. And I'm like,
Are you cool?
it's a cool button.
Even if it's nuclear. You just, goodbye, Iran. Hey, Kaylee. ChatGPT dash. On second thought.
No, that's not a GPT fact, Josh.
As soon as I see those in the middle of a text, I just feel like on a text message, I'm like, ChatGPT did that. I know there's some people who actually use it. All right, all you fucking nerdy ass authors who keep doing it's not ChatGPT. You're the exception to the rule, okay? Just relax. On second thought, I don't think we should go out tonight. I see you've built a massive following on social media. And though it's quite impressive, plus definitely no small feat, I think you would be better off dating someone who wants to be intimately involved with your content. I have no doubt that you'll find that person. And when you do,
Disrespectful about it.
match. But unfortunately, that person won't be me. ChatGPT dash. This, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. That just feels like ChatGPT. It's just not something I can commit to right now. And I'd rather be upfront and not waste our time. Hope you have a nice rest of your weekend. Now, discounting the message itself. Preach, hit it on the head. Like, 1 minute you're having a conversation issue with somebody, the next, your text messages are online. Like, that's why some people don't want to deal with this shit.
But I didn't show him. He doesn't want to be talked about. Some people don't want to be out there. Some people they just don't want to be out there. They just let me do my thing, live my life, whatever, whatnot. And you're like,
Understandable.
What's the first thing you do?
There's one thing you have to understand. I think some people understand this. There's some people, they really don't want to be on social media or online. Like for me, I'm in the gray area in between. Like I don't put my personal stuff out there. But when I'm sharing my art and stuff like that, that's different. And video gaming, whatever. I already get into personal things. There's some people who don't want their personal life out there and their personal image out there because we've seen scary things what happen with doxing and all that stuff. And not only that, everything online is tracked. And it's like we call it a paper trail or digital footprint. So maybe this person's a very private person, they have a professional career, and knowing that there's potential for stuff like their personal life or their image to be put online may not be appealing to them, and they're thinking about their career and their professionalism. So I can understand why. Like there's certain jobs that you just can't be doing any and everything on social media, or just to remain professional. I understand it. Hey, thank you for the like, appreciate it.
Like you recorded that.
Thank you so
listened
much
to
for the likes,
yourself
Astro.
saying that, and
Hi,
then
welcome.
You posted the video. You edited it, and then you posted the video.
How are you doing today?
in
I'm streaming
which
on multiple
you were talking
platforms.
about the dude.
So I'm talking about a
For being
video
literal,
on the other
you didn't
platforms
show
that's
his
playing in the
face. Yes,
background.
you're right.
TikTok is very strict with audio
My
stuff, so I
God.
can't play here.
Some people don't want to be content, and they're gonna be like,
I'm
hey,
doing
I
great.
know-
How are you?
I feel like the message was, although ChatGPT written,
Thanks for making mortgage rates make sense.
That's what TD Mortgage Direct is here for.
Mortgages? Let your Uncle Sal explain things. I'm good with TD. I'll be over here knowing things.
TD, more human.
Mhm. Commercials. Anyone notice they can't skip these commercials anymore on YouTube? Or they make these commercials exactly short enough that. There you go.
it was a well-written, not non-disrespectful message. It was not even undermining what you do for a living. Congratulations, my girl. Do your thing. I don't want to be involved with that. Toodles. And then you just still proceeded into make content with the dude. It's like,
Even just
You
beyond
can't
the
win.
whole like things could go public or whatever it is. It's just even before the whole influencer area. You remember people who just go on Facebook and vent their relationship issues.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
I,
crazy.
I hated that. I hated seeing that shit. I always thought that shit was fucking cringe. It's like, why are you up here farming sympathy on Facebook on a timeline,
Bro.
when you got a problem with someone in real life,
Bro.
And you know what the worst one was? I hated the vague posting. The vague
Oh,
posting
the
on
worst,
some
the
shit
worst.
you, your partner was going to see.
Sigh, another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Brittany.
So that one is like, that one's bad, but that one's like, okay, at least it's ended. I hated the ones that were so ambiguous, like, oh, I just never feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Those are the
bro,
worst.
What?
Bro.
The
Oh, we got another one here. Someone
subtexting,
says, I'm deleting people
subtweeting.
who don't care about me. Like this if you do.
Oh, I remember those.
Annoying one.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Yo,
remember that.
That's from Unknown Nev.
Yo.
Shout out to you.
No, that was good. Before social media,
That's
before
crazy.
Facebook, I thought my superpower, when we had that conversation, what would you want to have as a superpower? Read people's mind. And then Facebook happened, and I'm like, shut that shit off.
Yes.
Give me flying and invisibility. I do not want to read people's mind. Fuck that shit. Keep your name, keep my name out your mouth, bitch. And that's a whole ass fucking Facebook post. And I'm like, who are you mad at?
Exactly.
What's going on, my girl?
Fair.
Oh, what's good? Ugh, nothing. Don't want to talk about it. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. You're talking about it now.
Because she wants you to go a little bit further. She wants you to just taste just a little.
Oh, fuck off.
I know you're channeling a deep-seated memory, an experience. I get it.
The sympathy chasing, just, oh my days, bro.
I actually have a hard time, like, when I see influencers leaning into being influencers or, like, content creators, I always find it off-putting. Like, the ones who, like, want to go to the influencer events where all the other influencers are, and they look like, and I'm somebody who is part of that bubble, and I find it off-putting to be around it. So I can only imagine for someone who's not going to financially benefit how fucking lame it must be. And you probably can relate. Actually, I don't know if you can. So most people I know in my life have no idea about all of this shit. I've known people for like a decade plus, and some of them have no idea. The reason why is like I don't go on my socials and be like, guys, do you know how much my following's at? And so recently, somebody who I see I see this guy maybe like 3 times a week when I go out dancing. So I've been seeing this guy for like 5.
Oh,
6
hello,
years.
welcome.
Are dating?
Eyes the guys. Who's the thick girl? It is Kat from Pokemon Champions.
You opened the door.
And she's like the
Listen,
Pokemon
my ex is
rancher.
such a number on me. I date dudes now.
So I'm just seeing your message there now.
You opened the door.
Yeah, okay, I opened the door.
And I walked through.
Okay,
You
cool.
said hello Hello Kitty, come on in. And I walked in. Okay.
My
All right. Anyways.
Dave.
It's crazy.
So, anyways, this guy, he came up to me after 5 years of knowing each other. He came up to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I didn't know you like you're like you. What do you do for
When did
work?"
go-
Like you could see his face, like there was a genuine. 'Cause we've always just been regular. I'm regular with everybody in the dance scene. So I could tell he was trying to find a way to say it. He's like, "See, what do you do, like for real, for real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, like I have some kind of people who follow. You know, I have some people who follow my stuff." He's like, "Some people." I was like, yeah, some people. He's like, 2 million is some people.
Yo, listen.
And I went, okay, you got me. You know?
I agree. I will lie. All right.
Okay.
But when they know about the lie, there's no business lie. What do you do for a living?
Okay.
Video
Thank
editing.
you. You don't know? Oh,
For
oh.
what?
It's like from
Editing. That's all
Pokemon
it is.
Champion. It's
I mean,
like
it's not
the
lying.
free
It's not
online
lying,
game.
but it's not really what.
Well,
'Cause I don't
there's some
lie. I
paying
just
aspect
don't
we
say
want to pay.
everything.
Yeah, but when they
Yeah,
like,
it's cat.
oh, so I didn't know. It means they know.
That's it.
And you go with the some people, my guy, you're foul. You're foul.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
people are
fun.
like, you're trying to stay humble. It's not about staying humble. I
it's never-
want to live as regular as
pretty cool.
possible. So when I
This
go to
character,
dancing,
that's what
I
it's
don't
like.
want people to associate with me in any type of way because of what I do for work or anything like that. So for me, I go there, I dance with folks, I say hello. I've seen these people for a day. They don't know nothing about my life. They just enjoy my company, and that's everything. And I'm like, cool, that's all I want. Because the moment you start
Cat got
introducing all
back.
this stuff, and, you know, they're like,
I guess so.
Are you going to post
That's
this
funny.
somewhere? Is this going to be, am I going to be, I don't want to deal with that. I'm saying that from my perspective. If I was a regular
Thought that
person,
was
and my
Jesse from
partner,
Toy
unless
Story.
they were, like,
You know what?
incredibly
I can see
wealthy or
why you
something
think
like
that.
I feel like buying into the whole influencer life for free just seems
I
like
can see why you think
she
that the
don't
whole
even make money
cowboy
off
hat
that.
and get up
She just
to
public
and
about her
freckles.
shit everywhere for free or for pennies.
Hey,
So
I
imagine
can
you
see
getting
this,
aired
Jesse.
out for a
Now
career
I'm gonna
that
look
don't
up
make
Jesse
no
what she
money.
looks like. I know she has. I think she has her hair pulled back in
Imagine you
one
getting put on blast
ponytail,
every time you make
and
a
she's
relationship
redhead,
mistake so she can get attention.
and she wears
Yeah.
overalls.
And you proved him right. The moment he had an issue with you, you're like, chat, y'all want to see what he said to me for free?
And it's crazy because you're talking about that dude on a date to your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But you're
Rimmed
still
hat,
filming.
all stuff.
I would be so pissed off.
Yup.
That I'm having a genuine conversation with your ass and you're filming for content. Put that shit away.
Yes.
Put that shit away. You know, I stopped hanging with people that do that shit.
I post a story every 2
It's like,
seconds.
we having time together. We chilling. You gonna just say that shit again? And he asked me to perform. I don't chill with you no more. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you know, I don't get mad at folks who like doing that. It's just not for me. So like, I think you should be around people who nurture that. You know, I used to get like really annoyed or whatever it was when people were always like selfie stick stuff.
This is more than a farm, it's a legacy. It means a lot to me that the
get
team
her
at
belt
CIBC
now.
has got to know me well.
What makes Dan different is the relationship that we've built.
The fact that my advisors at CIBC can anticipate my needs, that's important to me.
You probably don't know who I am from this account, but you do. It's the guy. I'm not sure.
All right.
Who? Can you remind me? Are you from TikTok?
Looks like there's something.
I think you're from TikTok. I think you have a Void or something like that. Maybe Void or something like that on TikTok. From IG? IG. So I'm trying to remember. Say the username? Maybe I might remember the username.
Ever since she was born, it's been just the two of us.
Hi.
We were really happy. Had some sleep. Until I started having these dreams.
Nope.
Maya?
Oh, okay. I know who you are. I know who you are now. Yes, you have the.
My daughter. I need someone to tell me how to stop
I
this.
did the commission for you, right? Yes. I can't remember the full name. It's Dope something.
Those are not dreams, Gemma.
I haven't been on Instagram that much lately. Like, I post once in a while, but I haven't really been active on
The
Instagram.
ability to travel into the realm
But I think I know who you are.
between this world and the next one. But you can do something I didn't know was possible. You can bring demons back to the human world permanently.
That is scary. I didn't retire my Instagram. I just feel like.
What happens if I can't control this?
Sorry, it's like an ad playing right now. We're gonna skip that and
No,
pause that.
I don't get no.
I haven't retired my Instagram, but I feel like Instagram has gotten so crazy where if you're not actively posting every day and doing the latest trend, there is no growth on it. Like I had my IG since I started streaming and started posting art. And I remember before when I used to post art stuff, it'll get average like 50 to 100 likes. That was just average standard post, nothing crazy, with a couple of hashtags. Then they made one change like around, call it 20, let's say 2019 or 2018, and they changed it and they didn't allow you to search for people as easily. I think it was they didn't allow you to search people as easily. And before, when it was like a hashtag or something, you could type in like a hashtag and it'll show the most recent posts. But basically, when they made that change, if you didn't have a large following before, the chance of people seeing your post will be so very slim to none. So the people that get shown a lot were people that already had a large following. If you were a small content creator or someone new and just post, your stuff went automatically into the void. Because they took away the chronological order where if you just click recent, so let's say there's a hashtag, you click recent, just show the latest stuff. Doesn't matter if you have one follower or 10 million followers. It'll just show recent. And ever since they took that away and it's made it, or it's the algorithm suggests what you want to see, smaller content creators don't get shown. Let's have something really viral. Other than that, ever since then, I saw no growth and nothing. Numbers been stuck at the same and decline maybe by 2 or 3 a year because probably like a bot account. That's the only thing that sucks about Instagram. It's a great platform for like posting work and stuff. 'Cause I like how it's laid out. But for discoverability, terrible. Very terrible. TikTok was great for discoverability, but now I feel like it's doing the same thing too. Where it doesn't matter if you have hashtags or not, they don't have like the most recent hashtag or make it easy to find things. So usually they'll do a blast of your stuff for like 5 minutes. If it doesn't pick up in those 5 minutes, straight to the void. Unfortunately. Yeah, TikTok is the place to be if you're doing lives and stuff like that. But I feel like TikTok is making it harder. You have to be very, very like engaging. Like before, when I do like art streams on TikTok, I'll just have like music or something on YouTube play in the background. I can't do that now because if you play music in the background, even copyright-free music, it doesn't say it's copyright, but it'll say like, oh, you're playing pre-recorded content or something like that in the background, and it'll hide your discoverability. So it just makes it harder for people who do content like me to post on there. Like if you're streaming a game where the game audio is playing and being very active and yelling and screaming, that's easier. But when you're like drawing, like how let's say you're like really engaging with your audience, but if you're just starting off and trying to build up, like what more can I do? Then obviously you talk, whatever, you do that, but I can't play nothing in the background. There's nothing to bounce off energy, so TikTok stream is just basically me drawing. It's like silence and interacting with people who are talking to me. But yeah, it is what it is. Even adding songs to IG posts has been getting exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You can't do nothing. Like I think most people understand that when we post something on IG, I think most people understand that we don't own that. But if the music is already on your platform, I think no, it is. Because maybe a song might be popular. I guess in their mind, if a song is popular and it's bringing traction to your page, even though that's not the main focus, they feel like they should be getting the money and paid because using their song, which I understand to a certain degree. But like even if I'm playing, like let's say I'm watching like a podcast or something, I understand that the people who made the podcast probably want those views to go to their channel. Well, you can't. Let's say you're adding commentary. Where I don't think you should just play someone's podcast or content without adding no commentary. Let's say I'm watching a true crime podcast or they're talking about the latest case in the news. I have that playing in the background, and I'm talking about it and pausing and talking about it. I think that should be allowed. But even if I have the playing in the background and I'm talking about it, they'll still like, nope. Yeah, this is someone else's content, and they restrict your viewership. or it means it makes it harder to find. Hola, welcome. You're a new person. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. We're just watching YouTube and talking about the guidelines, how they're a bit too strict and is limiting creativity.
I just realized like, oh, it's not for me, and I shouldn't put them down because that's how they want to
It's
document
crazy,
their
though.
life. I just
What can you
stay away
do?
from those folks. So that's it. I don't
Put
knock
them
it.
down.
Put them down.
Put them down.
Yeah, you want to lower their self-esteem? Why?
First gonna finish his belt
If you
here.
feel good about what you're doing with your selfie stick, I feel good putting you down because you got a selfie stick.
Why do you got to feel good about putting someone else down?
That's not my fault. That's the way I'm engineered. Like
Okay. So your
I don't know
your
how
happiness always comes
Twitch
from seeing someone
became the
else
king of
Not
streaming.
always.
It's
So
not
you gotta sit
amazing.
and you got to stick and you make.
I think because they're the
content
first
for other people.
ones for like
What do you mean
for
other
gaming
people?
content.
Stick.
Oh, I was just
So they
talking about
kind of
people
like
who,
made
document
the
themselves, like, oh,
platform.
Oh, that's fine.
Because remember,
Okay,
YouTube
damn.
before
I'm like,
was
shit,
just
motherfucker can't document themselves.
uploading preloaded videos, right? But Twitch made it live. Like, don't get me wrong, I love
I
Twitch,
see somebody taking a selfie.
but discoverability on Twitch is so hard.
Look
It
at
is
her
so
with this
hard.
thing. Look at her.
I feel like
Yo, girls, are you cool?
back then, Instagram was great for
Let's react to my
discoverability,
hate DMs. A guy made a video about me
but
that
they're
got
using this
hundreds of thousands
AI
of views
algorithm
and a lot
stuff
of
where
hate, and these
if
are
you're
my
not super
DMs.
popular or not
So
constantly
Josh,
posting,
dang ugly.
your stuff goes into the void. TikTok is good, but right now I feel like TikTok right now is getting harder
I'd say
because
get
they're really
cancer
restricting
or get
stuff.
a job, but it's hard to tell cancer to get
Things,
cancer.
you know. I had this Twitch for 5 years and just now started using it seriously. Yeah, my Twitch is like my Instagram. It has not grown.
Shop thousands of
Like when I
Walmarts
used
in
TikTok
store
in the
and on the
beginning,
Walmart app today.
on live, when I got access to live, I was able to funnel people from my TikTok live to my other pages. That's why I have this stuff at the bottom, like, you know.
Hey Woo,
But
am
it's
I
hard.
recovered enough to swim, bike, and run today?
Yes, your recovery says you're.
Kara is I know I tried that one. That's good, I think.
Recovery, HRV
I feel like Kara or Kara will eventually be a platform used by professional artists that are looking for other people they can hire and work with. I feel like it's more. It feels like a LinkedIn kind of vibe. That's what I'm getting. When I use it, like it's like people who are very serious about art. That's the vibe I'm getting from, and it's independent from Twitter and all that stuff. I feel like it'll be more used for like almost like ArtStation where people look at people's work and like, oh, I like your work. And they like it'll be used like a LinkedIn. I feel like, but I feel like the general public they don't care enough to move over to Kara unless they're making art themselves and don't want to be copied by AI. The general public still uses Instagram and Twitter. But I do like how you ever say Kara's interface. That's what it's called, right? Kora or Kara? So I have it, but I just feel like I get more interactions from other platforms. And I wonder how sustainable it is. I don't feel like they're getting the big advertiser. Even Blue Sky. Like I just made Blue Sky because everyone had Blue Sky. But I still feel like everyone's still on Twitter. You know, they claim to hate Twitter and they want Blue Sky. Which I find Blue Sky, I get some decent stuff. And I find like a lot of artsy people on there. So it's good. Yeah, they just need to update it more. But yeah, they need more users and they're not going to get more funding. Or it's harder because it's expensive to host these websites and stuff. I feel like they don't have the crowd base to do the crazy things. Like you said, you go where the people are. Right now, TikTok's the newest one, right? But I wouldn't be surprised within 2 years they create a new app where everyone's going to migrate over to that. I feel like TikTok is starting to reach its limits a little bit. It's still popular, but I feel like it's going to become like Facebook. Where the next generation is going to move to something better. But I will say this. The way how TikTok Live works, their studio, is very well integrated. The only thing, my issue is, they're very restrictive and they're very limited. If you're not doing the content they want, which is like, I guess, they want gaming on there and reactive content or in IRL streams, if you're doing anything other than what's smaller and niche, it's very kind of hard to get a following or to get your stuff in the For You page stuff. Just gotta build that following and slowly have that. Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah. Not a lot of people like to watch people draw. They want more real life stuff. So like, you know. Well, that's okay. I'm sorry, we got distracted. We're working on this belt. But yeah. I still stream on all three because, you know, why not maximize? Why just stream on one? But so far, the ones being most successful for me, what's been consistent, and I see actual growth, even though it's slow, is YouTube. Especially the shorts. Like I do let's say I do a card opening or post my artwork. The shorts I feel like the shorts are more easily found than get lost in the void.
Comme gratis, comme ça, free?
That's fucked up, but that's funny.
Free like that?
That's crazy.
Unprovoked?
Someone, you know what the name is fitting. Formerly charcoal.
And now cancer.
My girl, that was a broil. That shit was not wild. Barbecue chicken. Even she smiled. Even she thought that shit was funny. Okay. All right, all you guys were typing up your comments. How could y'all laugh? She laughed. Okay. That's crazy.
To get cancer.
Look at her with her stick. Look at her. Yo, girl, are you cool? Yeah.
Let's react to my hate DMs. A guy made a video about me that got hundreds of thousands of views and a lot of hate, and these are my DMs. So gosh dang ugly. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's far-fetched.
Really?
Far-fetched.
I'd say get cancer or get a job, but it's hard to tell cancer to get cancer.
Crazy. People watch more shorts in 10 minutes than they do regular videos. That's true. That's true.
Free?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I'm old school. I like long form content.
Crazy.
Unprovoked?
Someone, you know what the name is fitting. Formerly
But you know,
charcoal.
that's how it is.
And now cancer.
My girl, that was a broil. That shit was not wild.
We're gonna work on this
Barbecue
belt.
chicken. Even she smiled. Even she thought that shit was funny. Okay. All right, all you guys were typing up your comments. How could y'all laugh? She laughed. Okay, we were okay.
Real job and a real brain. Dumb.
Yeah, damn.
I do have a real job. And I'm pretty sure I have a real brain. That's why I'm talking to you. Shocker. Female can't take accountability and has to delete the video. Guys, deleting the video was the accountability. Let's use our brains. That's what it's like being an influencer. 99% of the hate
Pause.
is...
Yes, for some people, accountability is like, oop, it never happened. I'm not addressing it.
That's crazy. Sorry, those your ugly DMs were meant for me. With quick DM said.
This is the best shit
Sorry,
ever.
what?
It's a scam.
No, I'm putting a video where it's talking about someone who got bad DMs. People, sorry, those you are ugly were meant for me, but they clicked. He said, you know, no, don't feel sorry. I'm just watching a video and they're talking about this girl. Basically, I'll give you a synopsis of what happened. Basically, there was a guy who was going to go on a date with this girl, and he found out, oh, she has a massive following. And he sent her a DM or text message saying that, you know what, I think I'm going to cancel the date. I don't want to meet up. I wish you the best of luck. I think it's cool they have a large following and stuff, but I don't want this. I mean, that's probably like a private person doesn't want to be involved. Or he figures that if their date goes bad, she might blast him to all her followers and make content out of him. And guess what? She did exactly what he feared. Even though they didn't go on a date, he posted his private email or the text she got, and people were like, okay, this is exactly what he was talking about. Why he didn't want to go on a date with you. And then, yeah. I'll be going live here today at some point. I'm on the road right now. I'll catch up later. Feel free to follow. Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
9% of the hate is men. And definitely not men that I ever come across in real life, so I wish you guys all the best.
Yeah, I mean, that's the opposite of being accountable, but, you know.
It's not accountable, but it's people slide in her DM for free and just insult her.
That's also not good.
That's like,
yeah, the person.
Bro, get a fucking life. Why you gotta do this? Some people feel to have a one-up on people and just, and they would have never done that in real life.
But you do that in real life. When you see someone doing the whole thing, do you feel better by?
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
All right. They would have never done that shit in real life. Be a real one. Step up to a motherfucker. Hey, yo, selfie stick? Bullshit. And then walk off. But
Crazy.
And then, I said this shit before. I'm going to say it again. Women face that shit, that kind of shit, way more than men influencers or men, whatever, on platforms. They just, people, and then they slide in and say
some foul stuff.
Some foul stuff.
For sure.
The cancer shit was pretty funny, but still, it's like, gratis, it's crazy.
Well, at least we laughed about it. If you're going to hate, at least make it.
But she laughed about it, too.
She did.
You're running the perfect tabletop scene. Your players are focused. The tension is building, and then it goes quiet. Oh, where's the MP3? That's where the immersion breaks. Sirenscape Nova fixes that. A massive library of music and sound, organized the way game masters actually think. Every location, every encounter, every shift in mood ready at your fingertips. You want great sound at your table? Trust the company that's been crafting immersive audio for over a decade. Don't run silent, run Sirenscape.
But yeah, you shouldn't be going to people's DMs sending them hate. Especially unsolicited hate. It's not needed. But then again, there's some people that invite that kind of energy. It's not right. I'm never saying it's right to go in someone's DM and say hateful and vile things. That's never right. But I do understand why some people get those kind of messages.
It's been a week full of people and planes malfunctioning.
We're following breaking news in Greece this morning where a Boeing commercial jet reportedly just made an emergency landing after a window dislodged.
That's crazy.
And a passenger was partially sucked out of the plane shortly after takeoff.
Now look, I love these.
Partially sucked out.
Hey, listen.
God damn, did you spit on it? Yeah. Hey. Okay, plane. Sucking out me more.
I don't know if it's like this for y'all, but every time I hear a plane story, all I think to myself is, all right, well, yet another thing I will not do on a plane. No more window seats.
It doesn't matter if you're window seat.
He got sucked off with the seatbelt on.
Yeah, damn.
Bloomberg News reports that a piece of there is new video just posted here by a radio news organization in Greece showing a shattered window on a Ryanair flight. According to FlightAware, the plane had just reached 16,000 feet before it began a rapid descent and then turned around. You can see those oxygen masks were deployed, indicating that pressure in the cabin was lower, dropped dramatically. A passenger says that she'd heard some kind of a bursting noise and then people started screaming. She says the head and shoulders of one of the passengers was then outside the window, even though he was wearing a seatbelt.
That's
now
crazy.
reportedly in the hospital with friction burns, according to the airline.
Yeah, of course.
The plane had taken.
Yo, so apparently his head and shoulders.
That is
Was in
crazy.
a shampoo commercial was outside of that fucking window. You know how terrifying that must be with your lower half still inside the plane?
Yeah, it's crazy because the only thing that you hear is, and then the speed of what it's going, you
That's
see,
crazy.
man, and the wind, so you can't see. Nah,
That is a
The
new
wind-
fear
no,
unlocked. Now,
no,
I will say, as somebody who went skydiving, I can tell y'all that shit is scary as fuck. And I had a whole parachute and everything. And I was freaking out.
when you have a parachute, it's not crazy. When you don't have a parachute and you're sitting in your plane and you're not supposed to have your head outside, this supposed to be double glass windows, and then your head sticking out. I mean,
No, that man
I'm a
needs to
super
get
daddy
all
my
the
pants.
money.
I'm a doo-doo my pantaloons.
That's some Final Destination
Oh,
shit. I'm
100%.
sorry, that is terrifying.
I'm repenting my boxer briefs.
Now,
Browntown, the scariest, greatest event ever. Because, bitch, I'm suing.
there's going to be a payout.
Bitch!
Yeah, you have to sue after that.
The trauma
I'm
from that
sorry.
and the fact that the window bursted and he had his seatbelt on, hell, I'm suing for sure.
You are. I'm
That's
suing.
crazy.
He deserves it.
I'm not even
No,
suing. I'm gonna
you
walk
have
in
to
the
sue.
office when they're gonna
For those
send me
wondering
that
on
2
TikTok, I
email
can't play the
telling me
audio
telling me that
on
yeah,
YouTube
we should
because
meet. I'm gonna be
TikTok will
like,
strike this video. But I'm watching a video. We're talking about a man that got sucked out of a plane.
Oh, you're
Because the
doing it
window
wrong.
broke.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
survived,
you should go
though.
in there.
Yes.
And you should say like, I
cut the shit.
You have to look traumatized. If you're walking in there like you there for Pride Parade, they gonna give you less money.
Like Pride Parade.
This nigga walked in. This nigga walked in like a supervillain in Batman.
Well, hello there.
Could I get my settlement? They're not giving you shit. You gotta look traumatized.
Ryanair says the flight was headed from Greece to Germany when a cabin window detached. Sources tell ABC News
That's
passengers had to hold on to the man's.
Okay, I'm sorry. They
That's
gotta change his
crazy.
title. Man nearly sucked out of window.
I don't know what I'll do in that situation, to be honest. But cry. Getting sucked out of a plane is crazy. Good belt.
はじめまして、ハイデンから来たアリサ・スレイハントです。
同じくハイデンから来たクレンバーティスだ。よろしく頼む。
新任の先生でしょ。なんでこんなことに。バラさない方が身のためだよ。
この学校には何かある。
僕はレイ・フォレスター。
こいつらをかきやがれ。
一人相手に二人がかり。それがエスリーの流儀なの。
授業は遊びじゃない。2匹とも狩る。
なかなか興味深い。
ここは地獄か。
俺らは遊びで来たわけじゃねえ。魔術でてっぺん取りに来たんだ。
また何か捕らえてきたのかい。今度のは長生きすると思うよ。
どうにでもなれ。改めてようこそ。本気で魔術を志す者にとってここはそういう学校なの。
僕の門がうずいて震えている。うぬらの望むものはここだ。欲しくば取りに来い。
クレバテス2魔獣の王と偽りの勇者伝承。なんで体が縮んで拝殿顔になっているんですか。やっぱ気になる。7月より放送開始。
That's crazy.
It really feels like he had his dick out the window. Really feels like he.
That's crazy.
We're so juvenile.
Tom, this sounds like a scene out of a movie.
What kind of movie?
Passenger is incredibly lucky to be alive. Shortly after takeoff, then effectively one of the windows of the plane was blown out. And yes, the man sitting...
We're so juvenile. I almost pat my shit, bro. I almost redecorated this shit in coffee.
No, they gotta just choose better words, okay?
No, I think they know exactly what they did.
Sucked out a window is crazy.
I think they knew exactly what the hell they did. The
What else
person
were
on
they
the
supposed to
headlines
say?
is like, okay, how can I make this crazy? Oh, he was sucked out the window. To the wall, to the sweat go down my balls.
I'll teach these motherfuckers.
I'll skeet motherfucker.
Yeah, that's crazy. Shut up.
Why you telling? How you gonna
figure out what happened?
How you gonna tell me to shut up and then proceed into singing the song? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Crazy.
A 61-year-old Serbian man was effectively sucked out of the window. According to a doctor who treated him for serious injuries to his upper body once he was safely on the ground after the plane had safely landed in hospital, and he was in hospital, effectively the wife of the passenger, the male passenger, was sitting just holding onto his feet for about 5 minutes.
Just holding onto his feet while he's getting sucked out the window.
Sucked out of the aircraft. According to a Greek aviation official, they think at this stage there was a massive rupture in the engine, and effectively part of the engine on the right-hand side of the plane flew out, debris, and basically smashed into the fuselage, damaged the fuselage and the window. But of course, air accident investigators will now be investigating, and of course, Boeing will be part of that investigation because this was a Boeing aircraft operated by Europe's largest budget airline, Ryanair. And then we have all of this information from sources at the hospital, 2 sources at the hospital, confirming that passenger was then sucked to windows.
Hey, you know it's a budget airline where the seats are like this thin.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Europe has a lot of like short distance flights, so the budget airlines are actually a godsend. That's how you can fly to like multiple countries in Europe for like $60. It's crazy.
Yeah, out the window.
The biggest luck is that the fact that the debris that they alleged broke the window didn't just go in and kill somebody, because at that speed, something flying towards their head coming through, like it's a wrap. And truly, this man is incredibly fortunate to be alive. I mean, every time you fly, you know, there's always that concern. I don't care how many times I've flown dozens and dozens of times, but there's always, I don't know about you, me personally, I'm always thinking to myself, it could be my last. And even though flights are very safe for the most part, like the odds of you actually dying are very, very slim, there's still a party that's like, dang.
Oh yeah, I do that with my motorcycle every time I ride. People are dumb. People are dumb on the road.
Yeah,
They're crazy.
I think it happens.
True. So I told y'all there was a lot of incidents recently. Well, there's one that's even crazier, because if you think it's wild to then be just sucked out of a plane, imagine you're a student pilot. You're learning how to fly.
Shit.
And right midair, the person who's teaching you how to fly looks at you and says, you know what to do. You've got this, and jumps out of the plane to their death.
An instructor jumping from the plane, leaving his young student to land the plane on her own. How she saved her own life.
Tonight, the frightening incident for a student pilot in Argentina, forced to land a Cessna 150 during a training exercise after her instructor jumped to his death midair. Authorities say 42-year-old Leandro Bertazzo had been working as a flight instructor since 2022. On Saturday, the student taking off with Bertazzo from the Flying Parrot Cordoba school.
That's
An official
crazy.
from the flight school telling
Thanks for
ABC
following.
News
Appreciate that.
The instructor told the student, you know what to do. Then he unbuckled his seatbelt, opened the door, and jumped out of the plane.
Damn, this guy. So he's the white DI hire, and the female's the one who landed it successfully.
The 22-year-old student alerting the flight school and managing to land the plane safely.
The student actually had her license. She just didn't have the number of hours that were required to use that license.
Police locating Bertazzo's body in the Toledo district around 6 p.m. According to a school official, Bertazzo's family says the pilot had gone to see a psychiatrist last week. David, that student, still in shock after landing, saying she initially thought her instructor was joking. The federal prosecutor's office is investigating.
Give her all her hours. I think she good. I think she did all her
He's
hours. I mean,
traumatized.
she good. She good.
Joking aside, I definitely don't give her all her hours. Do her psych eval, do many psych evals before she's allowed to fly again, because that's traumatizing. Good on her for landing properly, because I don't care how much you have your license, to be put in a situation where you watch someone plummet to their death and you got to now figure it out on your own.
You don't watch it. They're back there.
I mean, I see somebody open the
That's
hatch
crazy.
and jump. No parachute. So to just be able to react like that and be able to handle the situation as best as you can, you know, respect to her for all that.
Just DIers, man.
But
I mean, they're both from Argentina, so both of them. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine if he's like, you can do this, you got this, and then she just crashes? It's like, the guy was a fucking suicidal and a shitty teacher. It's like, yeah, but I just think it's a stressful situation. And I think anytime the involves the sky, yeah, there have been other stories similar to this involving commercial airlines, actually, where either the main pilot was incredibly drunk or off drugs where they couldn't handle this thing, and that's why they always have a second pilot as a just in case, which I think is a great measure. But I don't know, I've been seeing stories like this. There was a story where a plane landed in Montreal, and when it landed, it essentially didn't end up on the runway. It ended up on the grass. Thankfully, nobody was injured or hurt there. But we also had the one a couple months back where I think they were landing in JFK or LaGuardia in New York. And when they did, there was a fire truck. And the person who handles everything from the tower essentially gave them the wrong comms and had them both going at the same time. So they fucked up the emergency response person.
Truck 1 company, cross 4 Delta. Stop truck 1, stop. Stop truck 1.
Yeah, we got stuff in progress for that, man. That wasn't good to watch.
I'm pretty sure the people in the truck.
No, the
people in the truck lived.
The pilots, two of the pilots, and one of the flight attendant was in critical condition.
Yeah. All these things don't mean you should stop flying, but I mean, every time we see these stories, I think it always plants something in the back of our head. Vast majority of us fly, you know, the incident rates are like 0 points. But it doesn't matter because fear a lot of times is a bit irrational.
It plants something. It waters something in the back of my head that was already planted.
Yeah. I blame Final Destination. I ain't gonna front you.
Once I watched that shit.
Final Destination fucked me up.
I saw the first scene of the thing and I went, no, it's not for me.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, Final Destination was horrible.
Why would I not doing that? Why would I do that? So all you motherfuckers running scared of shit, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened. Did you see it? No. You haven't seen it? I'm also not traumatized. Okay? Have a good day.
This is Hobbiesville, one of Canada's biggest and go-to hobby
Yeah.
shops. With over
Final
100,000
Destination
items in our stores,
traumatized
we have all the newest drops
me
across all hobbies.
and a lot
With
of
a ton
people.
of rare and hard to find products.
Till this day.
Got a big set you've been waiting for? Download our
I'll tell. I'm pretty sure this is everyone's trauma. Everyone knows this one. To this day, anytime I'm behind a truck that is carrying any kind of poles, log, lumber, or anything, I will not drive behind that truck. Because in my mind, I just think of that one scene where the stuff in the back of that truck falls off and impales the driver and kills them. So I will never drive behind a truck or beside a truck. The truck has to be behind me. I'll tell you that. Even when I'm on the highway, whatever, the truck has to be behind me because of Final Destination. I don't want to be beside the truck. I don't want this truck beside me or in front of me. The truck has to be behind me, and I'm dusting off. Hello, Miku blah. I'm saying that right. Hello. We're talking about Final Destination, how it traumatized a whole generation of people to never drive behind a truck. Hello. Yeah, those days are over. Even to this day, I will not drive behind a truck if I can. I try to pass it or stay far away from it, especially as a heavy load. I saw videos where, oh, thank you so much, appreciate that. Yeah, we're just doing some little detail work here. Just working on the belt now. We're almost done. I'll just zoom out so you can see the full thing. Turn up the opacity. Yeah, we're just having a chill session today. And we're talking about some Final Destination. Yeah, we're gonna cover this soon. Yeah, if you want to see more of it, feel free to like and follow. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. That's what I like about streaming on TikTok. That it exposes it gives you some exposure to your stuff. And you meet new people. Yeah, I try to be more active. Thanks for liking the live. Appreciate that. Also, feel free to follow me on my Instagram, my other platforms. Instagram, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. When I'm done the artwork, I usually post them on my Instagram and Twitter and stuff and Blue Sky. So, no, it's easier. And you can view my other past works. I can't wait till Instagram allows me to put my Linktree link in. I think I have to have like 1,000 followers to post to have hyperlinks. And once I get 1,000 followers, it'll be so much easier just to have my Linktree login, so it's easier for people to follow me on. They want to follow on other platforms. It's easier. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, my username is really at the bottom of the screen. It's Giovanni Hall Art. Same thing for all those platforms. Sometimes it's easier to view stuff on Instagram or Twitter. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad you like the stuff. Yeah, I'm just doing some details on this belt. Then we should be coloring. I just want to fix this belt here a little bit. I'm just going to do this. Yeah. That should do it. It's not going to be perfect, but I want to get the illusion of this belt rounding out better. Lasso tool. Boom, boom, boom. Then we'll pick it up here a little bit. Yes, sir. Almost the weekend. I can't wait for Saturday or Friday. But I'm gonna have to leave soon, as my time is very short during the week on stream due to work and other obligations. Oh, thank you. So I will be back again online. Maybe just a weekend when I have more time, I can do a full longer stream, which would be nice. But during the weekdays, it's hard. I get a quick short streaming, but not long ones as I want to. I just want to work on that. Also, I plan to go to Michael's or our art store to get some drawing materials. I want to be sketching in my sketchbook when I'm not at my desk. So I want to get like a small sketchbook and just like be doing studies. Just do more like real life sketching. Maybe I might do a series where I post those, where just like, just go in a while and actually like draw what I see. I don't want to be restricted to only drawing when I'm at my tablet. All right. I'm not gonna overwork this because this is not a. I don't like that. I really don't like that. That's not. It doesn't feel right. I'm gonna hide that part because I don't like how that looks. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta erase everything. And this is where I spend too much time on stuff that don't matter. It's gonna be such a small detail, people are gonna overlook it. This is why it sucks. Like I have to tell myself that not everything has to be perfect. It's such a small detail that's gonna be overlooked. You're not gonna notice in the grand scheme of things. But I will notice it. It doesn't have to be perfect. That seems a little better. Well, it seems a little bit better. Yeah. All right, that's where we are. Okay, that's done. Grand scheme of things, you're not gonna notice that. Unless you're really peeping. Oh, that doesn't look right. That's all. Alright, perfect. Okay, good. Good. Alright, let's move on. Let's finish this belt. Add a little details to it. What else was on that belt? Okay. There's a buckle on that belt. But also, we have I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I have a question if you don't mind me asking. Yeah, what's your question? Go ahead. What is your question? That will be going. Yeah. That seems about right. We got a couple more minutes. I'm sorry, Mimi Kuyuba? If I'm or Blah, if I'm saying that correctly. What was your question? What do you mean I timed out? I'm still here. That's another thing what TikTok does. When I'm drawing, it doesn't sense a lot of activity, especially when I'm focusing on one area. It assumes that my page is inactive and does that timer thing. So your question was, do you have any like tips for beginner artists that are trying to get better? Oh, as a person that's still learning, my biggest tip is, like I was just saying this earlier, just start drawing and try to draw things from real life. Like, for example, you go out or you study. You have to study. So what I would recommend is learn anatomy. Learning anatomy is like key. Like I need to relearn anatomy because I haven't been keeping up. But learn anatomy because once you know how the human body work and proportions and all that stuff, how this connects to that and what it looks at, you'll be able to naturally see where things look off. So for example, if you know, like I'm rusty with my anatomy. For example, we'll just zoom in here so you can see it easier. You like know how the neck connects to the collarbone and how the collarbone extends to the arm. Just know like the anatomy and know like what the proportions are. Because once you know how things work underneath, you can imagine like seeing through things. Then you know how that arm should bend, how to pose things better. And once you know how to draw the anatomy from like memory and all that stuff, it'll make things easier when you want to post things so you can eventually draw from memory. But I also recommend using reference. There's nothing wrong with using reference. For example, you want to know how to draw a hand. Look at how people draw hands or look at actual hands and draw them and practice, which I need to do more of. Like I find my weak points is sometimes it's the face. I want to get better at drawing the face and the head shape. So for beginning artists, learn about anatomy and use reference and draw. I didn't say just trace someone's artwork, then post it as your own. Just do studies. I think as long as you're honest up front in your drawing, let's say you're using someone's work, just say, hey, I'm doing a study of this person's drawing, and just quote the artist or wherever you're getting a source from. If you want to do a drawing, let's say you look at a drawing and just want to copy it, but you're drawing your own self. As long as you state that, okay, I'm doing a study, that's fine. There's nothing wrong using reference. The only issue is when you use other people's work and you don't credit them and you're trying to pass it off as your own work. That's the issue. When you use other people's work, you don't credit them, try to pass it off as your own work. Like for example, for this, I use reference. So I have a bunch of reference from the video game, like right here. And I say, hey, I'm drawing this character from Pokemon Champion. Banner, whatever. Yeah. But use reference and draw. Just start drawing. Like I always say, I had a teacher that told me you make 1,000 bad drawings to make a good one. Like I haven't been drawing as much as I should be lately. So I'm very rusty. But just constantly draw because you built that muscle memory and you're drawing. And eventually when it's time to draw something, you have like all that practice, right? So it's easier. So yeah. And thanks for the follow, Quentin. Appreciate that. Now I'm thinking about Spider-Man and Mysterio. Right, his name is Beck Quentin. Is that guy's name? Mysterio? Or Spider-Man Far From Home? Spider-Man. Anyone see the new Spider-Man, by the way? I thought it was great. Spider-Man Far From Home. Who's the villain again? Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. But who's Mysterio? Mysterio's real name is... Isn't it Quentin? Mysterio. Quentin, yeah, it is. Quentin Beck. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, sorry, that's a little tangent. Hope I answered your question. That helps. Okay. I'm gonna just finish up this belt because I do have to go soon. So thank you for all those who are watching and following. I will be back on again tomorrow, and hopefully we can finish this. Okay, we're just gonna finish up this belt, a little bit of belt details. Then we're gonna get out of here because I do have to get going soon. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to technical difficulties. A little issue there with the sound. Okay, let's finish this belt real quick and get out of here. Okay, we got that part here. Do quick work, and then like a buckle thing. 1, 2, tie my shoes. And there we go. And let's do this. Give the illusion of the belt buckle. A little bit of volume to that. All right, cool. They don't need that much detail because the belt's not the main focus. That's another thing I have to work on. Is not trying to obsess over certain areas where it's not the main focus. Once you do a good enough job, it should pass. Because you literally can spend hours on one part of a drawing where people are going to look at it for like 2 seconds. Yes, you made the perfect belt loop, but a quick gesture one would have sufficed. Because when you look at a drawing, you're not looking at one individual part. Yes, there's some people that do that. But when you look at a drawing, you look at the whole drawing as a whole. So long as everything's like good enough, you see, oh, okay, that looks like that. That looks good enough. I probably should round that bottom part of that belt a bit more. I will do that though. Just round that out a little bit. Maybe a thicker brush there. Just to round that out. Maybe that will help there. Oh, I hate when I have to leave in the middle of a drawing. Sometimes I wish I could just stay, finish a drawing to completion, for him to head out. I'm gonna do about 10 more minutes before I really do have to head out. Oh, we're messing that up. Oh, redo. Alright. Okay. Okay. Cool. Alright. There we go. And then we're gonna do her belt buckle is like a bull thing. So we're gonna do that real quick. We're gonna do something real fast here. Time saver. Vertical, yes. Alright, so we're drawing that belt buckle thing. Make a new layer. I'm just gonna draw it here. I can shrink it down. Yep. Ba-ba-ba. Like that, something like that. Wait, hold on. Let's clean this up here. Just gonna rough it out real quick. Kind of like that. Then it's like a, yeah. That's about right. Okay. And we'll clean that up. Turn off the opacities on these. Let's go design this belt buckle here, right here. Okay. Bring the opacity down on that. Now let's draw a cleaner one of that. A good buckle. Good buckle. Alright. We are almost done because we gotta get out of here soon. What time is it? Ooh, time is running slow. I mean, time is running fast. It's slow when you have to work. One day, I'd like to do art full time and hang out with you guys. But until then, we work. One day, we do art again full time. That's the goal. Oh, my clock. Let me know that time is flying. Sounds like a pillow. What's the knife? Okay. Like I said, we don't need to spend too much time because we're going to see this part. We're not going to focus on every single. Well, some people do, but it's just only for like, you know, let's get the basics of the shape. So she has a belt and it kind of doing that thing.